Guys, up all night here. This is going to be a top 5. Somebody wanted me to do top 5 assault rifles, and I decided to do SMGs, as you can see. I'm gonna do a couple of these. It's not gonna like take over anything. I'm still doing the other stuff. I'm also doing challenges, which pretty much means on any of my videos, preferably ones where I do challenges, you can recommend multiplayer or zombie challenges to either piss me off or just to see how well I do. I don't know. But zombies or multiplayer, if they are multiplayer, I cannot guarantee that I will complete them. I will try though. I am doing challenge because I actually have one. I'm thinking I'm gonna do the first one probably on the giant. I'm not sure yet. But for this top 5, as you can see, the Pharaoh in my hand is number 5. Hashtag I'm not putting that fancy number 5 flying up on screen, so be happy. The Pharaoh, as you can see, is fairly accurate. It was either on or around this circle thingy. And the Pharaoh has okay damage, range, fire rate, and accuracy. It's kind of okay. And the reason I put this here is because it's a 2 or 3 round burst, or a 1 or 2 on hardcore, which is good on hardcore. It's also accurate, fires fast, and has a decent range. Now, the reason I'm telling you this now, spoiler alert, the Weevil is not here. The Pharaoh took a place. And the reason I put the Pharaoh over the Weevil is, one, because the Weevil is just full automatic, and I felt like I needed to give burst fire weapon a go. The other thing is that even though the Weevil is very good fire rate, I'm pretty sure like probably top 3, maybe like 3rd or 2nd, it only has 3 damage. Very bad damage. The accuracy and range are okay. They're less than half, I believe, both of them. That's pretty much why I put the Pharaoh ahead of that. And yeah, the Pharaoh is at number 5. And at number 4, we have the Kuda. Very used gun. Oh, a popular SMG, and we're gonna test out its accuracy here. As you can see, the Kuda isn't the most accurate. Also, I've made like a couple videos, so it's probably gonna be in my rage taj because I got pissed. But the more, like, if you just stand in an area and just keep blasting it, it gets just more accurate. Yeah, I don't know, it happens with, like, most of the guns. It's kind of weird, I guess, you know, just when you spawn, just shoot the first clip, because the second clip is much better than the first. Anyway, the Kuda comes at number 4, because its damage is almost like a quarter of the bar, but it has probably the best range of all of the assault rifles, with slightly over half, closer to 3/4. Its fire rate is, again, almost, or no, it's halfway. And its accuracy is less than half. Of course, for the accuracy issue, you can always add attachments for that. The fire rate, you can always add attachments for. The range, you can really... For fire rate, you can bring up, like, a couple. The accuracy, you can bring up quite a bit. The range, you can bring up a little bit. The damage is set in stone. FMJ will, like, make it slightly more damage, but that's just through wall penetration. Which is why guns with high fire rate, or high damage, are very good. But yeah, the Kuda comes in at number 4. At number 3, we have the Razorback. And the thing is, now that I think about it, I probably shouldn't have said that the Weevil was not in here, because then people would know what my number 1 was. But the thing is, the top 3 were kind of, you know, really mix and match. But they really could have gone anyway. But the reason the Razorback comes at 3rd and not 2nd or 1st over the other 2 guns, which you know, is that its damage is very low. It's less than a quarter of like a full bar. When I say like a quarter or a half, I mean there are 20 bars in like each thing, and well, a quarter is like 5 out of 20. So yeah. So its damage is only a quarter, which really isn't that amazing. Its fire rate is slightly above a quarter. But the thing that is really good about this gun, you can smack on, you know, some fire rate on this, but you really won't need a sight or grip or anything, because as you can see, the gun is fairly accurate. Almost all of the shots landed on the circle. So it is a very accurate gun, which I really like. It's also very good for hardcore. Again, the downfall of this gun is that its damage and fire rate aren't that good, but you can up the fire rate to, I don't know, 9, 8, 10, somewhere around there to make it better. But yeah, the reason this gun comes in at number 3 is because of its accuracy and its range, which it has the best range and the best accuracy. So, the Razorback is at number 3. Peace. That was really bad joke. I should stop. And at number 3 is the Vesper. Also, for these top 5s, besides just the stats of it, I'm also going off of the feel of the gun from my personal experience, so that's probably going to come in here. I also go off of what I see used a lot online and stuff like that. And the Vesper is really not that accurate. Of course, it has a spray pan, just like all guns. Of course, it gets less accurate. But if you know the spray pan, then every gun is accurate. But this comes in at number 2 because it has the highest fire rate. It has 18, which is almost maxed out, which you can max out with rapid fire. Now its accuracy is only a 5 out of 20, its range is only a 4 out of 20, and its damage is only 7. But you can output the bullets very fast, which is going to help you. Because if you're going up against a gun with 10 damage, but they only have like a man of war, you're probably gonna win, except for the fact that the gun isn't accurate and the range is pretty bad. But the reason this gun comes in at number 2 is because the very high fire rate, and you can always add long barrel and some other attachments to increase the accuracy of the gun to make it more stable. But yeah, the Vesper is at number 2. And at number 1, which you probably guessed if you played this game, because there's only 6 SMGs, well, except for DLC ones. But I'm telling you now, most DLC guns are probably in the top 3. They are, because they're either more balanced, or they're just like a kind of copy of some other gun. Like the MX Grand is like the Shiva, but it's better. So yeah, the VMP comes at number 1 because this gun is used a lot, and as you can see, it's not the most accurate gun, but it is used a lot because it has a 8 damage, which is the tied for first, is the highest, pretty much the highest. The Pharaoh also has an 8, but it is pretty much the highest damage SMG there is. It also has a 15 fire rate, which means it has the second or third, yeah, I'm pretty sure second or third best fire rate. It has a 8 range, which is pretty good for a SMG. Its accuracy is only a 3, but I personally don't like the iron sights. I pretty much always have ELO on all my guns. For iron sights, I'd probably go with the Razorback. I kind of like the Razorbacks thing. But yeah, you can smack on some long barrel to make it go farther. I would recommend that for pretty much most SMGs. And then, you know, add some grip and maybe a sight if you really want to make it better. But that's it for the top 5. The VMP is the number 1 SMG. And next, depending on how the video does, I am probably going to do a top 5 assault rifles. But my next video is probably going to be the zombies challenge that was technically told. I don't know. I might ask my friend to give me a challenge because pretty much somebody gave me the idea for this, but they didn't give me a challenge, so I might ask a friend to give me a challenge. Or I might do one that was already made, the one that I had planned to do. But yeah, I will probably see you in that video. Hashtag, now I have to take time to put this together. I also have a video, the Rage Taj, wanted to keep you updated on that. The Rage Taj is... It's, I have a few things. I'm thinking about just making it like 5 or 10 minutes. I was originally gonna make it like 20, but when you rage, you only say like a couple sentences at a time, which is like seconds, at most, maybe 20 or 30, which you know, I'd have to do it 40 and put it all together, and I don't really want to do that. So I'm thinking about making it shorter when I put out the Rage Taj, but anyway, I will see you in the next video, or not.